MITHRILHAWKS are a secret organization of adventurers and agents whose principal aim is to prevent an alien invasion by the race of beings known as the Cthulhs, a humanoid cephalopod race of psionic squid-like conquerors who enslave worlds. The MITHRILHAWKS were formed by Xavier Waverider to prevent this ongoing threat and help keep the civilizations of Earthall in balance through the 5 ages. Our intrepid adventurers are Sundew Thunderglade, a third-aged Fey-Elf druid sent forward in time to the 4th age of Earthall to determine the best place for his tribe to store the Two-Eye Stone, a relic of unimaginable power, used to destroy one of the moons in the apocalyptic battle between dragons and giants at the end of the Second Age. He is horned, green-skinned with bioluminescent markings, and can transform into a giant teleporting tiger-like being of immense strength and agility, played by Kurt. Lachlan Winshear, a half-elf rogue artificer wizard mercenary from the 4th age of Earthall, who was orphaned and taken in and trained by the MITHRILHAWKS. He relishes in unique magic items, creating them and running a small mercenary band that supports the MITHRILHAWKS intelligence network. He serves as the guide to this unlikely and very secretive trio, played by Redfoot. And John Loyal Chambers, a Special Forces operative from the very human 5th Age of Earthall, who operates in a special access program called the Jumpgate Project, run by General Hawk. He was sent back in time to the 4th Age to determine the whereabouts of the Two-Eye Stone and report back so the Jumpgate Project could locate it and use it to defeat the invading cephalopods of the Cthulhu race. He has a religious experience during this time travel jump and becomes a paladin for Columbia Mithrael, the female elven deity of justice and healing, played by Tennant. Each of our adventurers are guided by their age's version of Xavier Waverider, and each have their own mission. Will they work together to accomplish their specific missions, or will they face something even more daunting and challenging, discovering untold secrets that they had never suspected and challenging them to their very cores? Find out in the MITHRILHAWKS Search for the Two-Eye Stone. In this episode, our intrepid adventurers go full-on murder hobo, as they have come to the Hidden Treasure Bar and find out that it's actually a human trafficking operation. Greetings and welcome, true believers and intrepid adventurers. Welcome to the MITHRILHAWKS Search for the Two-Eye Stone. We are following the adventures of Loyal John Chambers, Lachlan Winshear, and Sundew Thunderglade, who have been searching throughout the history of the 4th Age of Earthall for the Two-Eye Stone, which is a relic of tremendous power created in the First Age to defend the planet from an ongoing invasion of Cthulhs, which are an encephalopod type species which devour brains and enslave worlds. And in our last adventure, our heroes were in Guangzhou back when Shinto Genfei was trying to invade, and it turns out he was actually he was from Jundai, and he was actually infected with the Cthulhu spawn that was living in Zavifa until Lachlan's blood from his bloody hand, infected with nanobots, removed. Yeah, they over time removed the Cthulhu spawn. So it took over this human, this Shinto of an opposing kingdom, and who lived for hundreds of years and tried to take the Two-Eye Stone back using his kingdom. And it turns out that these infiltrators, they actually use the kingdoms against one another instead of just invading outright. And our heroes have not figured out yet why the Cthulhu have not invaded outright. But we are on the quest to find the Two-Eye Stone, and so as Dazoo, the Water Naga, was dying on the battlefield, he said, go forward 7 generations and find the Two-Eye Stone in Guangzhou. And so they went forward 5 generations, went to the Golden Lotus Inn where they had stopped in the first time in the early part of the 4th age, and they found that it was partially sunken, and there was some water hags there, or sea hags, with their Sahuagin spawn, and once they thwarted them, they found a map, and it showed that, oh, indeed, Guangzhou and the surrounding areas had sunken, and God knows why. Could it have something to do with the Two-Eye Stone? So they made their way down the coast, and in so doing, they have come to what seems to be like a town, but it's much more dingy and almost post-apocalyptic in its scope, because like if the Kingdom Protectorate of Guangzhou has sunken, what has risen to take its place? It seems like lawlessness and chaos. And so while they're there, they say they need a boat, and the men in that town, before they take interest in Sundu and John Loyal's beautiful armor, they find out that there's a bar called the Hidden and or Sunken Treasure, and so they've made their way to it, and we'll switch the map so that you all can see it. Oh, and you guys are actually there and can see it, can't you?
Yeah. Have we all had a long rest since this moment?
Yes, you had. And so what you come to like a little coastal village, right? And it's not actually a village; it's just one little area, one little spot. It's got like a bar, and it's in the sea cliffs. It's built into the sea cliffs, and as you can see, that there's like a grain silo right here in front of you. There's another silo that seems round, and it's all built into the cliff right here. There's rock all the way around, and it goes across to the coast, and you can see it's evening time now, by the way, even though the map is in daylight. And over here where I just pressed, you see that there's like a campfire kind of off in the distance. And like I said last time, there was a little girl, maybe 12 years old. She was outside and she saw you guys, and she saw you guys coming, and she ran inside.
Ran into like a tavern as well, right?
Correct.
The sunken treasure, right?
Yeah, the sunken treasure. Well, the kanji the kanji is both sunken and hidden at the same time. It's like it could mean either.
Oh.
Is there any kind of would it be investigation or something where my streetwise, having grown up on the street, that I might have some inkling of what's going on with that girl?
You could do an insight.
Insight, that's the one I was thinking. Okay. Would I get any kind of plus from it because of my experience?
Just your natural insight. Whatever your ability provides you.
17.
Yeah, you get the sense that something's not right. That like with your experience in the town that you were just in, where it was sort of like all kind of lawless. There didn't seem to be any kind of authority, right? And here you see guards. If you see that there's a couple guards, right here and here, but they don't have any town insignia or anything on them. They just look like mercenaries. They don't even have like matching armor or whatever.
Okay. And the girl, how is she dressed?
Very scantily clad.
Okay.
Like a revealing servant's dress.
So am I making an assumption here?
Yeah.
Alright. So Lachlan definitely is not okay standing with that kind of stuff, so we're about to have some trouble. I just ignore all and walk right towards that tavern.
Alright, so
And I assume you told me what you observed, or did you?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm definitely not down with that shit either, so
Yeah.
I'd be right on your shoulder with you.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Alright, so we enter the tavern.
okay. So you go into the tavern. If you guys want to move yourselves where you want to be, I mean.
Alright.
And she runs in.
I probably don't want to be first in the door.
Oh,
I still
Sundu.
kind of got my cloak up so they don't be like, oh, there's an alien in here.
Well, you are like 6'8" or whatever it is. You're really tall, and
There's that.
and your cloak is like super cool, green. You know, obviously from another realm. And
Yeah.
so are you altering your shape or anything?
So, can I do that? I mean, I think really there's maybe just one other time that Sundew has used an animal form that wasn't the tiger.
Right.
He still has that druid ability, though, right?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna like turn into a mouse and jump into one of Lachlan's pockets real quick.
Oh, fucking right. That's
All right.
cool.
That's
I
cool.
get lost in my bag. Of
Yeah, the bag of holding. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
this pocket's a little bit deeper than the other
It's
one.
bigger on the inside.
So why don't you guys give me a perception check? Each three of you. That'd be great.
Perception.
Oh, and I figured out with John's help how to, or Tennant's help, how to do initiative and actually track everybody. So that's great.
Fucking
Oh, cool.
I got a 20
So
feet.
19 for me.
Okay.
nice. Mine's only 6. I'm not aware of anything.
Yeah. Well.
Clank, clank from the armor.
Is
Your
that
helmet's down.
All right. So who got the highest? Lachlan. All right. So Loyal, what you see is it's just an average tavern. You see some really just grungy and interesting characters. You do see down here, this fellow and this fellow are the only non-Asian people in this place. Remember, this is Guangzhou, right? The Asian realms. You noticed when you came in that there's a nice bar in front of you where there seems to be a bartender, and that little girl ran in there, ran and is whispering at him, and he looks up at you guys. So, Lachlan, what you notice is as you walk in that there's a fella to your right sitting in the shadows here.
Here, yeah.
Yep. And you feel like he seems kind of familiar, but not like you don't know where you know him from.
Okay.
You see a guy down here who looks like Ken from what was that Street Fighters? Street Fighters.
Fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like Ken from Street Fighter. And then you see a guy down here who also looks like a shady sort.
Okay.
And then over here, you see this guy. He's got bow and arrow. He looks like a hunter, and he's got one of those. He's got a young lady, sitting on his lap essentially. And then over here, you see a young serving lady providing drinks to this guy over here. And then you see the guy at the bar. You notice that there's a stairs here that goes to the rooms. Which I don't actually have a map for, and I don't really have anything planned for you, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that you don't need to go looking up there. There's a door over here, and there's a door right here. Okay? And so when he sees you, the bartender, he walks into this room. And then she comes back out, and she's like, Windshear?
Yes.
And then she says, "Come this way. My master has something for you." And then she comes behind the bar, and he comes out with like a little box, and it's like a really nice ornate box made of what is that red kind of wood? No, we'll say it's purple heartwood. It's really purple. It's like a really purple wood, and it's got mithril bindings all over it, and it has what looks to be like locks, but they don't have any mechanism to them. Like there's no way that you would be able to pick it. And he says, Master.
Real quick, when you said the one guy looks like Ken was American, so does he look like a European person?
No, sorry, he looks like a black-haired.
Oh, Ryu.
Ryu, there you go. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
He's named Ken, but he looks like Ryu. So he and the bartender, he says Master Windshear. He says, and he holds the box. He says, Blue Man came to give this to you, and he said you would pay me 100 gold for it.
You say a blue man?
Yeah, Tristan.
Can I roll perception on that to see if he's lying about the amount of gold?
Insight.
Insight. Oh, that's not a good roll for me. Let's see. Hey, 16, not bad.
You get the sense that he's a shady ass motherfucker and like couldn't give a shit.
And I kind of look over at Lachlan and kind of give him the eye of like, yo, bro, like,
Yeah.
Well, you guys have the
I'm going to send the
you have-
mental.
you have the helms
gonna
now.
tell him.
You can communicate.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, that's right. So yeah, I send over to him, and he's totally lying. He did not get promised that much gold.
Yeah.
Not that we're
Say-
hurting for it, but
I say he's not getting it anyways, and I don't know about you guys, but I think we might need to be ready to throw down because I'm not okay with what's going on at this tavern.
oh, I'm right there with you.
Thunder,
So-
were you with us?
Are you gonna get the box?
Yeah. But right now I'm having a little quick mental conversation.
Okay.
Can I send telepathic messages as a mouse?
Yeah.
All right.
As it comes around and squeaks.
Right? I'm gonna say, like,
Sorry,
as
you
I
guys
can,
don't
I'm
speak
gonna be like,
mouse.
"What?" Yeah, you don't speak mouse. You don't know. That's fine.
So,
he's holding the box in front of you. The girl's
Uh-huh.
kind of to his right and is like really sheepish. She's just kind of like, you know, looking around. She's not scared or anything. She's actually looking at the mouse in your pocket, and at Loyal, and just kind of like, you guys are like incredible looking. And so the guy's holding the box out, two hands in front of you, and he's waiting for the money. He's looking to see if you're gonna pay him.
so I pull out a bag of coin, but it's not actually coin, it's those stones we got from the sea harpies.
Okay.
Nice.
And I hold that and I shake it and I say, yes, can you tell me, why is that girl sitting on that man's lap?
He says, and he looks, and then he looks at Loyal, and recognizes like his paladinness, you know, like, you know, with his medallion and just his aura, and basically it's like, and then you can see he's kind of like service, you know, like with a little incredulous like service.
And did I miss it? They're young, right? Like it's not. They're
Yeah.
not older. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I mean,
Right.
you know, like the 12-year-old is the youngest out of them. The one serving, she looks like she's like 17 or something. The one sitting on the lap, you know, somewhere between there.
Right. And so like I'm gonna order actually a tankard of beer real quick. Is this the only bartender behind the bar? Is the guy holding the box? I can't really order beer.
Oh, I mean, you could order from the young lady next to him.
Oh yeah, and that's actually young miss. Could you bring me a tankard of ale, please? And then right after I do that, I mentally say to Lachlan again, like, I'd like to gather these young women, like get them away from everybody, because I think shit's about to go down. Like I want to get them over to me, so I may go sit at a table and request the service of all of them until the shit goes down, and then that way we can usher them out the door and get them out of here safely.
Yeah, and I would
Alright,
just
sure.
like to point out that this is a big map made by Seppuku, the Patreon Seppuku, Czepeku, and there's a lot of space on this map. And I just
Okay.
want to leave that up to the viewers to recognize, because they get to see all the stuff that you guys can't see under the blackness. And the name of this bar, again, is the Hidden Sunken Treasure. Hidden and or sunken. The kanji could be the same.
Well,
And she looks at you, John, Loyal, and looks at the bartender, Shuji, and he nods, and he's like, well, so what's it going to be? Where's the money? He's like, this looks like a fancy box. Like, and he was about to say he couldn't get into it, but he didn't finish that sentence.
yeah, well, I have to say, like, this is a moral dilemma for me. I don't feel comfortable just walking away from the situation. I want to kill all of these guys.
Well, it might make
Before
sense.
you even like get the box from him, you're like, you know,
You're gonna die.
You know, it was kind of set up from one of our party members who, for some reason, trusted you enough to give you this box. I don't know why. If he didn't trust you, he wouldn't have given you this box in the first place.
Lachlan's just pissed off about his move, about how much he's got so much pent up anger from he recently moved to a new house, and so he's just ready to fucking kick ass.
Oh yeah, we're gonna clear the room.
And I have
Well,
no
I
doubt
got
about
that.
that, but maybe figure out what's going on first.
Yeah.
And like as he's saying that, I walk over to this table, and I assume this young girl is coming over with my tankard of ale. I actually look over at the girl sitting over on this lap, and I say, "Young miss, I require your services over here," and I throw out 10 gold on the table for her. Like I'm essentially trying to outpay the man she's already with to have her come over to me. And then the other serving wench as well, I'm calling over, like, come over here so I can figure out what food. And even though they know me as a paladin, I think I'm trying to play that I'm a little bit a rougher paladin, which I know doesn't make any sense.
They don't think you're.
At the same time,
They don't. Nobody really knows, I would say, but like Shuji made his role, right? He could figure out that you were a good guy, and so he's a little nervous. And so when you put that gold on there, VQ, the guy at the table down here, he throws you daggers with his eyes. This guy, you can tell now, is like paying attention to you, and these guys, like basically everybody in the bar, because you just were like, hey miss, why don't you come over here instead? And so everybody's looking now because like it's not etiquette, right?
right.
So VQ, he kind of turns and he's like, basically like curses you out. He's like, F off, F off, foreigner. This is my property today.
And that's when I stand up, and like I don't even pull the halberd off my back yet, but like I just put a hand on it and I say, there's no creature in the world that is ever property to you or anyone else, and I just stare him down like.
Okay, Lachlan, what are you doing?
So
that's gonna be fun.
I went through and I gave everybody fucking hit points because I had no idea how this is gonna go down. All of these characters have
situation.
Yeah.
Now that Lachlan's in a place of kind of power, it's pretty hard to walk away from a situation like this.
Mm-hmm. I will just say, like, there's a whole lot to this map.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so Loyal says that, and I just kind of like pay attention out of the corner of my eye to that,
Mm-hmm.
and then pull out the money, and I'm just gonna pay this guy so I can get this box at least.
So you put the shells on the counter, and
I put them on the counter, and then I pull out actual money.
Oh, why? Why?
Well, because he's gonna count it. He's not gonna look at the shells.
Oh, well, he's got the box in his hand, right? So if you put the
I can just do a switch.
yeah,
Right.
well, if you put the shells, I mean, do a. Are you trying to fool him that the shells are the money?
Well, my original plan, it depends on. It really depends on if we we need to have a mental conversation here. Are we starting a fight? Because if we are, I have a plan. If we're not, I need to switch tactics.
Oh, I totally think a fight is about to go down. Like,
I mean, like a big, massive, kill everyone in here kind of fight.
I mean, and we can choose. It's my understanding that on the last hit, you can choose to knock people unconscious, so we don't necessarily need to go on a murdering spree. But yeah, I think we need to kick the shit out of anyone in here who's okay with having a 15-year-old girl sit on their lap. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Then what I'm doing is I'm casting Lachlan's explosive charge onto one of the shells in the bag.
Okay.
And I'm as I'm switching it, I'm gonna drop the money on the table so it explodes.
Okay, so you put the shell out and you're like, same time, man. And so he gives you the box. He looks at the bag and he puts the box down in front of you and takes the bag. And then I guess what'll happen is it'll explode in his hand, right? You get the box. What are you doing with the box right now? So
I quickly throw it in my bag of holding.
Okay, so as soon as you touch the box, it clicks open.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you tell me if you're gonna close it back and throw it in the bag, or if you're gonna look at it, or what. But you should tell me now.
I guess I'll take a quick look.
You see 3 gems and a folded up scroll, or a rolled up scroll, like a tiny one.
All right. Close it quick and throw it in my my bag.
Okay, and then if you would
Is probably going off.
if you would do the 3d6 roll for the explosion, and then we'll do initiative.
And just for my sake of comfort, can we move all these little chicks over in the corner with me? Because I'm essentially, when they get over to my table, I'm going to be like, y'all stand behind me and get behind these boxes, like over here, because it's about to go down.
Okay.
Wait, you want the chicks in the corner with you for your personal comfort? How are you better than any of these other guys?
Alright, so I did 12 damage.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's dead.
That starts that.
Yep.
One down. Wait, so what happens?
I'll tell you in just a second after I add everybody to the fucking initiative.
And so I guess we need to roll initiative. At
Yes,
this point,
if you all would be so kind as to roll initiative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think my token disappeared.
Ouch. Where is your token? Oh, since you became a mouse, I guess he took it out.
Oh, I
Right,
did.
but I think I need to click on it to roll initiative, right?
Oh, you
Yeah.
do. Here's your token.
Oh.
As usual with my initiative, just an 8 for me.
What's that? You got an 8?
Yeah.
Would you add yourself to the initiative initiative thing?
How do you do it?
I don't think he can add himself. I think you're going to have to add him.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And I rolled an 8 as well. That's a fucking horrible initiative roll. Ugh.
Okay. Oh, no, you added yourself, Loyal.
Yeah, that's because I was able to click on mine and then roll it from D20. If you click,
I can't do that.
well, you can still do it. Do you have a character sheet in Roll20? Or no?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't do it then.
Yeah, mine are separate.
Oh, dude, I just had done all of these and then they disappeared.
Sorry, everybody, if this was the wrong move, but I just couldn't let that stand.
No, I think it's an awesome move.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm down. Whatever.
I'm never mad about rolling an initiative.
Huh?
Never mad about rolling initiative.
What did you get, Lachlan? You got an 8?
Yeah, an 8.
Okay.
Yikes.
And Sundu, what did you roll?
I got I think it's 18. I think I have a +2.
Okay. And so now we have got everybody on an initiative thing, and we are going to have it go descending.
And so, guys, this is the first time we've had this turn order up. If you scroll over the turn order, it'll create a colored box around the character whose turn it is, so that way you can kind of see who's going next and how far away they are from you and everything else.
Wait, what did you say? What did we do?
So scroll your mouse over the turn order box on the left there, and it'll highlight which NPC or which character that is.
Oh, that's very cool. Okay.
All right. Awesome. So up first is Sundu Thunderglade, and Sundu
Suddenly
is.
appears out of my pocket after I totally screwed up.
Well, my question is if he's going to appear as a tiger, or as a mouse, or as a 7-foot-tall Fey elf from
You
the
just
third
never know. I might make another transformation into an angry badger.
age. Right. All right. So Shuji is dead. We will remove him from the board.
Do I have a moment to say anything at this point, or is it?
Yeah, sure. What? He grabbed the bag. He looked in the bag with his face, and it blew his head off, essentially.
Oh man.
And there are now seashells all over, and the young girl screams and runs in the back room here.
Oh god.
And I turn to face everybody and I go, "We do not tolerate child prostitution."
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you have the board, Sundu.
Okay, this is what's up. Mouse jumps out of his pocket, moves, it's about a 20-foot line here, falls under this table,
Uh-huh.
and then I cast Thunder Wave as a...
Nice.
I think I'm going to cast it as a 3rd level spell. Just go for it. So let me cut and paste the flavor text. They're gonna need to do a Constitution save. Those two guys at the table there.
Okay.
It's DC is 16.
Yep. Nope. They
It's
do
a failure and a failure.
not. A failure and
So
a failure.
It starts out as 2d8, but it's 2 levels higher, so that's 48 damage.
I fucking love that this little mouse is like.
They probably don't even notice it. You know?
No, yeah,
So,
they didn't notice it.
like first thing, the bag on the counter explodes, and then now their table's exploding. And so that's 23 damage, and it's super loud too. I think it says that. Yeah, it's a thunderous boom, audible to 300 feet. Also, they should get pushed 10 feet away from me, but they're already at the wall, so they just kind of get slammed into it.
So 23 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they are. Oh, and how far? What is the range for?
It's a 15-foot square, so just those two guys.
Yeah, not Jen in the corner there, huh?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, Ken.
No, there's Jen in the corner and Ken up there.
Ken's up higher. He's up
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I'm just adding one more guy to this little whole shindig here.
This guy up here is the one that I thought was familiar, right?
Which one? Yes.
This one?
Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay, so what happens when you do that thunder wave? I'm going to give them each damage for it hitting the wall too, with such force. So they take 4 points each.
Nice. Pretty good.
One of them looks really damaged. You know, like you. I just want to point out, you don't know if everybody in here is for nefarious purposes. Like, you just are kind of fucking them up. All right.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. Like, yeah, you kind of just randomly attack people.
We're going to raise this whole place to the ground. It's going to be a blight on the earth, and it's going to be... We're going to leave a crater. That's kind of like how I see it.
I was definitely okay attacking the tavern owner.
Yeah, guilt by implication. Okay, so next in line, so you nearly kill Carl, poor Carl. So next in line is Ken. And you see Ken, right? This guy over here. And he turns and looks at you guys and sees what's happening. He sees the bar owner's done. He jumps up on the table, or actually he just backs up and gets behind the table here between you and them. He doesn't take an action right now. He's just like watching to try to gauge what's going on, right? Then next up is Faut Zhu, and he's the fella up here that you saw as kind of familiar, Red.
Okay, and I send a mental note to say, don't attack anyone else that doesn't attack us, except for that guy with the girl in his lap.
And
and I send back, he's dying. Like,
yeah. And so this guy, he comes around the corner and is looking, but he's not taking any actions just yet. Next in line is, guys, why don't you give me a perception check?
That's 24.
And
20 for me. Damn, we all rolled awesome.
Yeah.
so you notice him and this guy. You notice that guy and this guy like make eye contact, and the guy at the top that you seemed was kind of familiar, Red. He puts up his hand at him and is kind of like, don't do anything. So this guy down at the bottom, we'll call him Jen since that is his name. He puts his knives. He puts his hands on his knives and backs into the corner and puts his cloak just a little bit lower, and he's like watching. Next in line is poor Kevin, who Sundew blew up for no reason.
I thought that's what we were supposed to do. We had like a 5-minute conversation about how this entire place is just going to be new.
Honestly,
so that's what I did.
I'm okay if they're hanging out in a child prostitution bar. I'm okay with taking them down.
Right.
Like, if they need to be made an example of, they need to be made an example of.
Oh, man.
And if everyone else wants to step down, then we can move on from there. But
Well, and I did it as a mouse, so there's plausible deniability. I don't know what happened.
The table
Started
just explodes. Yeah. Oh, so you're still a mouse?
yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Let me see if they pass their perception checks. What the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Oh, they both do. They look down at the mouse and they're like, "Did that mouse just blow us up?" So, Kevin, he attacks and like takes his staff, which is also a spear, and like tries to poke at the mouse and does it, and you just nimbly move alongside. Loyal, it is your turn.
All right. Sweet. And I just smile a wicked smile, and I actually cast, and I guess I'm not casting, but I channel divinity, which allows me to fuel an item through my divine energy, and I am going to cast Sacred Weapon on my halberd, which gives me a +4 to my attack rolls. And then I am going to Action Surge, which gives me a second turn, or a second attack action, or action to be used. But that does not include movement, so I move over here to this guy, and I just, I'm still just wickedly smiling at him, and I bring my halberd down on top of him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack for me. Oh, and by the way, the two young servant girls, the one that was over here, jumped up over the bar to go check on the blown up Shuji, and then the girl that was sitting where you're standing now, Loyal, she runs her 30 feet to as though she's coming behind the bar.
Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, that is totally a nat 1. Jeez almighty.
And he's not smiling anymore.
No, not anymore. What is inspiration again? Do I get to re-roll with inspiration, or how does that work?
I think that's how it works. Yeah, I think you got a reroll advantage, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can use that roll
because I've never used my inspiration, and I am totally going to use it now because that's bullshit.
It's definitely a fitting time.
Yeah,
there
so
you
18 plus 4, that's a 22 to hit.
And how much damage did you do?
15, but I'm also going to Divine Smite as well. And I'm going to do that as a second level spell. Do I have second level yet? No, I still don't have second level slots yet. So it's a first level spell slot, which means that it is just 2d8 extra damage. So 2d8. That's an extra 11, so a total of 26 there.
26?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He's obliterated.
Hopefully. That'd be great.
He's still alive, but I'm going to do a Constitution check.
Nope.
Oh, nope. So how do you want to attack him? How is, do you want to take the halberd and throw his neck up against the wall? What do you plan?
Yeah, no, because I assume he's still sitting down because he just had this chick on his lap, and so, I'm literally just, maniacally, over him,
yeah.
Oh, you're fucked, and, I just come straight down over on top of him,
Okay, so, I'm gonna say you cut through his shoulder, right? And, go down, into his, through his clavicle, through his ribs, and down into his lungs, and he just hits the floor, and, he looks at the halberd, how deep it is in his chest, and he looks up at you, and his eyes roll back in his head, and he falls backwards.
Yeah.
All right. Lachlan, it is your turn.
All right. I'm just gonna ask him. Is anyone else interested in taking part in child prostitution?
Wait, are you offering now? You're soliciting? You guys are the worst.
I'm all over the place.
This is actually a business takeover, not a business rescue.
So you use your turn to ask that question, And what is your AC?
Uh-oh. My AC is 17.
Yeah, so you get 2 arrows in your side from this fella Dune over here, or Dune.
All right.
And 2 arrows. He shot 2 arrows at once.
But the 14 hit me?
Yes, it did.
Oh.
Yep. You get a +3. But you only take 10 points of damage.
All right.
Are you gonna do that, or you want me to do that? I'll do that.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it.
I got it.
Okay.
So he just, and that was his turn actually. So he was next in turn. So now it's VQ, and that's the fellow that you just attacked there, Loyal. And what he's gonna do is he's gonna try to do a Constitution save to wake up,
Die.
and like he dies basically. No, he slides off of your thing, and he's just starting to bleed out on the floor. Like you pull your halberd out of his shoulder, and he just starts bleeding out on the floor. And the next thing that happens are 3 guys run in.
Oh, I was worried about that.
Oh, there's a lot more coming. Don't worry. These 3 guys run in. The guard sees you, and as soon as the guard comes in, Ken looks at you guys and looks up at the just sort of what's happened. And
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot to do something when I said that thing.
what did you want to do?
I meant to pull down my sleeve and show my Thieves Guild sign when I said that.
I'll let that go. Yeah. And what, you pointed specifically at those 2 guys that like looked at each other?
I just wave it around, make sure everyone sees it. So then I say that, and then I get shot with the arrows. But.
Okay. Would you give me a persuasion roll? 2 of them, please?
Yeah.
Just 1. That's fine. I need you to beat a 13.
10. Inspiration point.
Okay.
And not happening.
And so good call though. I mean, a great idea. So when the guard comes in, this guy he steps back out of the way, and this guy though, Ken, he sees all 3 run in, and the guard comes in, and he's basically using his turn, and he's surveying the scene. And they're not in a position to attack anybody right now. They're kind of just looking around and seeing what's gone on. And by that point, this little girl runs around back behind the bar. The guard sees you guys, and he levels his crossbow at... because he doesn't see the mouse. He sees Lachlan. He doesn't see your tattoo, by the way, because you had done that the last round. But he sees... basically, he just thinks that there's a single fight that's going on, and it happens to be between Loyal and this guy. Okay? So he takes a shot at Loyal with his crossbow.
Damn.
And you're what, 20, Loyal?
Yeah, 20.
He hits you, but it doesn't hit you. It doesn't do damage. It hits your armor, And so you turn around and see him like that, right? And then the 2 slavers with him both pull out their swords. Let's see.
Oh, slavers. I'm glad you labeled them as that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes things easier.
So next is Carl, and Carl got the most brunt of the thing. Let me do a die roll to see if he got knocked unconscious from that. He did not get knocked unconscious. So he sees the mouse, and he's going to attack the mouse. And he pulls out his sword, which is just a straight sword from the Western lands, and like does a chop, tries to attack the mouse and completely fails. So then the next guy is Slaver, one of the slavers, and he runs, and he's running to come and intercept Loyal. He does not see the mouse. Sundu, it is your turn.
What do you think the movement is on a mouse? Does anyone know?
I would say about 10 feet.
Okay.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask. When you take the form of something, do you not take on the AC of that creature as well, and so on and so forth? the strength and all the attributes?
Well, yeah, I think you take on the strength and the attacks, the AC, the hit points. Yeah.
Okay. So you essentially do not want to get hit as a mouse, right?
Right. I mean, honestly, though, it's not that bad. If I get hit as a mouse and die as a mouse, then I just turn back into Sunday.
Okay.
At
Cool.
my full
I
hit,
gotcha.
or my hit points are whatever I left them as.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
think that's how it goes. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna duck under this other table here. So let me drag myself up here, because that's about 2 spaces away. And I'm gonna shoot Thorn Whip at this guy right here.
I was shooting Thorn Whip.
Yes.
Let me find that. It's just the best. I love Thorn Whip. Is that a cantrip? I don't see it on this list. I'm sorry, I'm using some goofy website. Can someone who's
Yeah, let me look at
I'm
it.
looking it up
just
too.
look it up in the I tab there. Mine just says an error has occurred.
It says no results found.
Come on,
Is it
guys.
one word or two?
Yeah, it's one word.
I've only got Wall of Thorns here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 2 words. Hang on, here it is.
Damn, I don't have it in mine either.
One with 5e, I got it. D&D spells.
Here we go.
Cantrip, 1 action, 30 feet, instantaneous, 1d6 piercing.
Okay, so it's a melee spell attack.
No, it's not a melee because it's 30 feet range.
Well, it is. It's a whip can go 30 feet, evidently.
Oh, but I see what you're saying. Yeah. So the spell's damage increases by 1d6 when you reach 5th level. So you're at 2d6 on that.
Okay, and I think I've got, I want to say I'm a +7 to hit. Let's see what it looks like. Not good. So that probably just blew whatever color I had onto this table.
What were you? You're doing a thorn whip at who? The slaver to try to trip him?
Yeah, it's a slaver. I was going to try to trip him as he went by, but I only rolled +7, that's 10. So there's probably just like this crazy vine shoots out from under the table.
It does, yeah. And he doesn't notice. He's so intent on Loyal there. All right, so it's Ken's turn, and he looks at what's going on in here, and he's like, "Oh, you guys are like way outnumbered." So he just dips. He runs out the door. He might be a decent fellow, but he's not liking the odds. All right, so next is Faotzu, and he just readies an action and just waits. Same with Jen. They're not doing anything. They're not attacking. Although Jen did see the whip, so he jumps up on his chair, or actually on the chair there. So then Kevin is next, and Kevin was the guy that was. By the way, their table here in front of them is totally like blown apart, right? So he watched the mouse run under the other table. So he is going to go give chase and try to attack with his spear at the mouse underneath the table. Wait, do you turn back into Sundew once you cast a spell?
No, the Circle of the Moon Druid, that's one of their abilities that they get at 6th level, is they can cast in animal form. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
All right, so your AC is
A rat has an AC of 10.
correct. Correct. So he. And how many hit points?
1.
Yeah.
It's 1d4 minus 1 hit points for a rat. But
Yeah.
his speed is 20, but either way he would have caught up with me.
So he does actually hit and does 4 points of damage. So
Oh!
yeah. So he's like, "Fucking rat!" and you're skewered on the
magic rats.
Yeah, and so you're skewered on the tip of his spear. But I think, is there any what happens when you die as a rat? Like you just
Well, you instantly come back as Sundew.
okay. So you come
So now
back.
there's a-
So all of a sudden the table explodes again, but his spear is stuck in like your rib, like right under your chest or pectoral, and you like
destroyer of tables.
So and then he looks at you with incredulous eyes because here's this big demon that he's attacking. So that was Kevin. Now Loyal, it's your turn.
All right, and I guess I do a turnaround. This guy's bleeding out of my feet. I don't think I'm necessarily aware of this guy running at me yet, but I see the arrows in Lachlan, and I notice they're on his right side, and so I'm going to run up to this guy, and as I run, I'm just going I'm running and just slashing across him as I'm running toward. And you know what? Actually, I never used it as a spear, so I'm actually going to be running charging like this and trying to stab him in the chest that way with the halberd.
Cool. Is the music high enough level for you guys? You good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
So go ahead and do an attack roll for me.
All right. That's a 20 to hit for 10 points of damage. And then I will Divine Smite, of course, because I like it so much. So give me another 2d8. So 20 points of damage total.
Very good, very good. And whenever anybody takes half their hit points or more, they have to make a Constitution check.
Oh, yeah!
So you spear him in his throat and place him up against the wall, and then you pull it out and you see a big hole pop out in his throat here, and his eyes roll into the back of his head, and when you pull the halberd down, he slides to the floor, also bleeding out.
Sweet. I'm on a roll, guys.
Yeah. Lachlan, your turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
But who were the slavers again?
You can see them. The one running towards you.
With the torches.
Yeah.
That guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. He's running towards me?
He was running towards Loyal and still towards you guys, yeah.
Alright.
Well,
I'm gonna throw a ball of electricity at his chest.
Technically he's running it Loyal. He hasn't figured you to be the trouble yet.
No problem. He can get killed by me.
Figured so.
I'm gonna cast a second level chromatic orb ball of electricity at him.
Okay. You have to do an attack roll, throwing it at him or whatever.
$18.
And you definitely hit. How much damage does the electrical chromatic orb do?
Second level, I do 4d8.
All right. That's pretty dope.
$19.
So you stop him dead in his tracks. You throw it and hits him in the chest, and it just crackles electricity all over him. His eyes zip out real quick, and he's just freezes da, 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 running, and he's not dead or halfway damaged, but he's definitely hurt. All right, next up is Dune. Where is Dune? Oh, Dune is. I'm gonna have to make a Constitution check to see if he wakes up. And he does, but he grabs immediately at his neck, and then, what did you do, Loyal? Once you got him, did you turn around and start going somewhere else?
The Loyal's in my
He's out of the room.
Oh, gotcha. All right, so he wakes up, but he's gonna attack Loyal with his short sword because his bow is no longer usable at such close range, and he actually hits because he's got a +3.
Yeah.
So he does.
Wait, the guy with the spear in his throat is attacking?
Yeah. So he does 10 points of damage on you, Loyal.
Did he get a +3 when he's dying like that, or should he get some minuses?
Well, he got knocked out. I'm not having it be it's not a wound that kills, right? He got pretty fucked up. It's in his throat, but he's got still plenty of hit points. He's not at 1. So he does, technically through the rules, he does get an attack, so he just grabs his throat, and he grabs his short sword, pulls it out, and stabs at Loyal in the thigh, and hits for 10 points of damage.
Cool.
Okay?
I'll take... He already took 10. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So VQ, let's see if he wakes up. He does not. Next up is the guard, and the guard comes up, and he sees, let's see if he makes an intelligence check. He does. So he turns to Sundu, and he's seeing like kind of adding all the things up that's going on in the room together, and so he basically says he yells at his two guys. He's like, "Take him out!" And he takes an attack and misses. Let's see. So this slaver comes up and he says he sees the point that he's making, so he's like, "Okay, I'll attack him too." So he runs up to try to attack Sundu. And he also misses. Next up is Carl, and Carl is still knocked out, right? He didn't pass his Constitution saving throw before. Still does not. Next person up is Slaver 1. He got stopped in his tracks, and Lachlan, he sees you, so he's going to run at you and take out his short sword and attack.
Okay.
And totally misses. And Sundu, you're up.
All right, I pull out the old electrical flame blade spell, and I'm going to take a swipe at this slaver over here.
Okay.
And it's +8 on this, so that's 20. And then I'm assuming that's a hit.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So we're looking at 17 damage
17 damage on which one, the slaver or Kevin?
on the slaver.
Okay. 17 points of damage on the slaver. Cool. And that was with your cool sword, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, basically your lightning lightsaber sword, you just slice across his chest. He has he pulls out his short sword, but totally does not parry. All right, next up is Ken. Ken disappeared out of the bar. Fautzu is there. He's not doing anything. Jen also is not doing anything. Kevin is going to take another attack at Sundu with his spear. But now he's up against Sundu with his full AC and does not hit. Loyal, it is your turn.
Sweet. And this guy just stabbed me with it, and I'm just pissed off now. And I'm like, I thought you were dead. And I swing at him again and just chop
Yeah.
down. 23
Kill him
to
dead.
hit.
He is dead.
Sweet.
Good job. I'm gonna put what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put tokens to let you know that he's dead in case we need to figure out treasure. I will say this though, that none of these guys have like any super duper magic items. Okay, cool. So he is dead. Next in line is Lachlan.
All right.
Oh, and actually, I'm still going to move, though. I still get to move that round, and
Sure.
I'm going to come up here just so I don't have to waste that move the next turn.
Great. That's fine. All right, Lachlan, it is your turn.
All right. Lachlan is doing. He extends out his staff and uses both hands to whack this slaver in the face.
Okay. Cool.
And I'm also using the staff of striking power of it.
Cool.
All I heard was two hands and whacking, and
And staff. Extend the staff.
And the staff.
Whack in the face.
Gotta extend it first. Start whacking.
Oh, 13.
13. You actually hit him. Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So damage is what is the staff of striking again?
3d6 plus 3, I think it was.
All right. So I do 1d8 plus 8, and then another 3d6 plus 3.
There you go.
All right. So 12 points of damage, and then another 9. So,
Another
Yeah.
9.
yeah.
21.
Boom. He is now dead. So what happens is I'm imagining you hit him with the butt of your staff two-handed, or how are you doing this?
Yeah. I was kind of thinking like more of like a crack, you know.
Okay, so you crack it alongside the side of his skull, and you can see like his eye pops and his face indents, like with the striking bit, like it all implodes a
Yeah.
little bit, and he hits the side of the bar and slumps to the ground dead. Good job, good job. So next up is Dune. Dune is dead. VQ, he's gonna try to wake up,
Ooh.
He wakes up fighting.
and he does. He wakes up, and he actually kind of like runs to the stairs and goes up the stairs. He's not a very tough guy. Yeah, basically. So the guard.
The GM said you're not supposed to go up there.
So the guard takes an attack at you, Sundu, and totally misses. Why did he have to roll the 2? The next up is Slaver 4, and he takes an attack at you, Sundu, with his short sword. And misses. And then we have Carl, who also tries to wake up. He's gonna wake up this turn. Come on, Carl. Pull through, buddy. Nope. Carl's down. Next up is Slaver.
I just see it. He's bleeding from the ears and from the nose and a little bit from the mouth, and he's just not waking up.
Right. So next up is Sundu.
All right. We're gonna have a repeat performance, hopefully. All right, looking good. That's 26 to hit on this guy. The slaver is the guy with this torch-looking thing in his hand, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll roll out another 3d6 on that. With 13 damage on that guy as he continues hacking into him, chopping him up with the electrical blade.
Oh, and that kills him.
Nice.
That's literally how many hit points he had. Okay, cool. So he is now dead. Yep, so he is removed from the initiative rounds. Okay, so that was Sundu, and you just killed the slaver. Next up is Ken. Ken's outside the door. He's good. Fautsu's not doing anything. Jen's not doing anything. Kevin is attacking Sundu again. And what's your AC? 17? He misses. So next up is Loyal. Oh, I'm sorry. Fautsu and Jen actually leave the bar as well.
I should have started a bonfire in the door, shouldn't I
have? Well, they didn't attack us, so I'm not necessarily down for attacking people who...
Hey, quick question.
Well, speak for yourself.
What was the name of... what was the name of my thief guild friend from in the past?
Fauji.
Fauji. So when this guy runs out the door, I said, "Your great-great-grandfather Fauji would be disappointed in you being in a place like this."
He probably has no clue what you're saying. Do you remember? Do you even know your ancient great-great-great-grandfather's name? I mean, come on. Yeah. All right. So he's like, what? Okay. So next up is Loyal.
Is he all the way up the stairs, or has he disappeared out of sight, or?
No, you see his feet. He's making his way up the stairs.
Bye feet.
Let me see something. Oh, what's my movement?
You could hit him with your halberd there.
30 feet. So I have 30 feet, and I have reach, which is an extra 10.
Yeah.
Yes. You thought you got away, you bastard.
There you go.
No. So I'm there, and I take a swing right at his legs. Yeah. Oh, the 17 to hit was
totally
16 points of damage.
Oh, no way. He's dead. You literally...
I just chop him off right below the knees, both of his legs, and he's running up the stairs. Like,
and he dies slowly, bleeding out from his legs and from his lungs. And you turn around and, like, in cinematic fashion, and turn around, and one of the legs was still hanging on your halberd. It falls off, and you look at the rest of the room, and everybody's scared of you now. All right, Lachlan, it's your turn.
As the corpse slowly falls down the stairs.
Yes. Leaving a trail of blood on the staircase.
So, who else in this room is still trying to attack us and not just being like, dude?
Kevin, the slaver, the guard,
Which slaver?
And these two new guards just entered in the room.
Okay, where's the slaver that's still alive?
There's none still alive. No.
Yeah, they're both dead.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's just the 3 guards and Kevin, really.
Kevin.
And this dude, he's still alive. He's just unconscious. He can come back at any time.
Correct.
All right. Then I will magic missile Kevin.
Yeah.
I'll do it as a second level spell. Is he already damaged at all?
Yeah, it blew up his table. He's probably hurting, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Both Kevin and Carl are damaged very badly.
Okay. Then actually, I'll just do.
Yeah,
I'll
he's
just do
probably
a first
gonna
level spell of it. But I do 3d4 plus 3. 11.
You do 11 points of damage on Kevin or Carl.
Kevin.
win. 11 on Kevin.
So, he does not die, but he was like in the process of fighting Sundew, but after that explosion, the 3 explosions on his back, he takes his spear and turns around at Lachlan. Alright, so that was Lachlan's turn. Now it is this guard, and he's still going to attack at, oh no, he's going to attack the Sundew now with his crossbow. And misses.
And misses the giant.
And misses the giant, because
At like point blank
He's
range.
probably pissing himself right now. He's shaking too bad.
yeah.
That's what's going on.
Carl is going to try to wake up. Carl does wake up, and Carl is going to, let's see, he's gonna make an insight check as to what's gonna happen here. And he's basically like, he never did anything. He just ended up getting exploded. So he crawls under the table. Actually, he crawls under this table and tries to hide. And I'm going to see if he does a good stealth check. Yeah, so he kind of, he does a stealth check. You guys would have to do a perception to figure out where Carl has gone. Okay?
Good old Carl.
he's like, oh god. Not too bright. Sundew, it is your turn.
All right. I will spin around and take a slice at Kevin.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit.
And that's gonna be good. Oh well, not amazing, but not terrible. 9 points of damage.
Oh, that kills Kevin.
Good night, Kevin.
He had 7 hit
We're done
points.
here.
Yeah, he is now at -2, but we're just gonna say he's dead, right? It's only the PCs that get a death save.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so that was Sundew. Next is Kevin. Kevin's dead. Next up is the guard, and he runs in, and he takes his crossbow and comes here and positions himself, and he's gonna shoot at Sundew, and misses the giant. The next guard is going to do the same.
Guards or stormtroopers?
There's stormtroopers.
Right? Anything.
And he comes.
Took me a second.
Yeah, same here. He's going to do the same thing and take a shot at, this time he's going to take a shot at Sundew because he's closest. But misses, because Sundew, your AC is a 17, right?
That's right.
That was more of like he did a good shot, but Sundew just like.
Okay, cool. So, what happens now is
That's it.
Lachlan, from behind you, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. $27.
Oh, good. Now we're going to do a roll here, and then I'll tell you what happens. So, from behind you, you hear a crackling of lightning, and a huge lightning bolt comes right over your shoulder, and you take 15 points of damage.
Oh, no, wait. I only take half of that because I have my ring of lightning resistance on.
Well, hell, there you go. So you take 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
Wait. And didn't the 27, if he succeeds, doesn't he already take half of that? Does he take half of half? Then?
It was 8d6 for a lightning bolt, so I did
gotcha.
4d6,
I gotcha.
and so he does half of that. So,
Okay.
so you take 7 points of damage. Damn, like thrilled about that turn of events. All right. So what happened is entered into the field somebody from the back room who looks very much like a wizard. And there you go. So Loyal, it's your shot.
Cool. All right, let's see what I'm gonna do. And I will have to jump back to the dodging, the arrow there, the crossbow bolt. The one cool thing about monks is they have a skill where you can actually catch the arrow and throw it back at somebody. That'd be fun to play for sure. Well, let's see here. Speed wise things. How much hit points are you missing, Lachlan?
He's got 33 out of 50.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's exactly what I'm going to do then. I'm actually going to run up to Lachlan, and I am going to lay on hands and heal him for 17 points of damage.
All right.
Dope.
Thanks, buddy.
I'll add that right now.
I can do that, man.
I got it.
Oh, all right. Nice. Your lay on hands is that strong? No, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's 20 points. I've actually still got 3 left over. Because 17 is back to full, right? Did I do math right?
Yeah.
Yep, it is.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. So that was Loyal. So Lachlan, it's your turn.
All right. I turn to face that wizard. I'm like, bitch, please. And I fire my grapple at him with Staff of Striking going.
Okay. So you do the damage of the grapple, and it explodes a little bit, and then what, you're going to like, pull him to you or something?
Yeah, I'm going to pull him into the bar.
Okay.
Just slam him into that bar.
I should have done lightning bolt.
23.
But he has no way of knowing that you're... Okay, so you do a 23. You totally hit him.
All right.
Do damage.
Damage is 1d6 plus 8, and then another 3d6 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, should I do that? I should do that as 4d6 plus 11. Did I do that right?
I don't know. I was not listening, so I'm just going to trust that you know what you're saying. Had a little to drink tonight.
32 points of damage, and I grapple him.
Okay, so while he is not dead, he is very much not happy.
So how does it work? Like next turn, I can slam him into the bar.
Yeah. Yep, but I'm gonna do a Constitution check because he just lost a lot of nearly all of his hit points, and he passes out.
He's gonna get slammed into this bar while he's passed out.
Yeah, I see it. It like wrapped around his neck and pulled him in head first right in the edge of the bar.
Right. So, while Lachlan is throwing people around and causing a lot of mischief, this guy shoots his crossbow and misses.
These guys need some training.
Dude, seriously, Carl is just hiding under the table.
I prefer them this way.
He's not doing anything. Sundu, you're up.
Okay, is it gonna... I'm thinking about using an animal summoning spell.
Okay.
So it seems like there's a lot of guards hanging around. But would it ruin your day to have... I guess just 4? Would 4 more guys on the board really be unmanageable?
What are they?
Ooh, what if it was 8? 8 spiders.
Well, and the thing is when you do that, don't they just all get rolled as a group? It's my understanding that they should all go at the same, like instead of having their own individual initiative, they just all go in the same turn.
Easy.
Correct. That's what I will do.
I'll be right back.
How many?
8.
And how many hit points do they have?
They have 11 hit points each.
And what's their AC?
Is 13.
And by the way, you guys have not known this yet, but Loyal has like a fucking terrific fear of spiders, and he sees this and he pisses himself a little bit. Like,
wow.
Yeah, they're giant wolf spiders.
Oh Jesus!
They're actually medium creatures.
Oh,
they're
really?
Medium? Oh my God! Those are not giant. Those are huge.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He doesn't just, it's not even a little bit, it's not a trickle, it's a full-blown piss, like, in the armor, like,
Is that how you like them placed?
Honestly, I think I was picturing them more focused around the archers.
Around the archers. Oh, so you want
Yeah.
them, I would just imagine they show up all around you.
Oh, well, either way, that's fine. I mean, they've got their movement. They can...
Yeah. All right. So that's your turn.
Yeah.
You make a whole bunch of spiders appear. And so let me ask you a question, Loyal. Like, what is this like a phobia of your guys? Is it going to affect? Do you want to have an effect on your combat stuff?
Yeah, to be honest, I was just thinking about that, and like, legitimately, yes. I think it would be fun to play that out as a character. Like, I legitimately have a fear, because I in real life have a fear of spiders.
Gotcha.
And so it would be fun to actually play that with this character. So yes, I'm actually like, I'm not fucking going anywhere near those things.
Okay, right on. So, what do you want to say? Like, are you so afraid that you have disadvantage on attack when they're near you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that'd be great.
That's cool. I like that. That's cool for you to offer that as part of your character flaws. All right. So those spiders appear, and I think what would happen would be, I'm just going to do a blanket check and see what the guys nearby all think about that. And it fucking scares them too.
Yeah.
So their next turn is going to be to move away from them. All right, Sundu. After Sundu now is one of the guards, and that guard is like, holy shit, and he backs up, but he is backing up whilst attacking at the spider.
And Lachlan, you missed it. These spiders are medium. Like, they're as big as we are.
They're like, well...
And there's 8 of them. Like,
yeah, they'd probably be as big as like a German Shepherd or something, or a Mastiff.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so what was their AC and hit points, Sundu?
The AC is 13, hit points 11.
Okay, so he definitely hits, and he kills that one. Alright, and I'm just going to remove that one off the board.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was the guard. Now Kevin is freaking out, and he sees Sundu, and now he sees a spider, and he's like, oh shit, I better attack that spider. AC 16, you said? 13.
13.
Yeah, he actually does hit. And he does his spear, and he manages to kill one. Alright, so after Kevin is one of the spicers. And he sees... Oh, do you control them, or do they just sort of guess who's the enemy and go?
Yeah, I mean, I command them. I command them to attack the guard.
Okay, Kevin, the guards, Carl, who do you want him to go after?
Well, we don't know where Carl is, right? We'd have to do a perception. So I'm focused on the guards right now.
Okay, and you're going to take care of Kevin. Oh, Kevin's dead. Never mind.
Kevin's dead, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, so then it does... Oh, and so is that slaver. Why don't we just move them out of the way so we don't get distracted by them? So then he goes after the guard that just killed his buddy and attacks. And what is their
They get just a +3 to hit.
Well, he does hit. And what do they do damage-wise?
So that is a little more complicated. They do, I think it's 1d6 plus 1 damage, but then also they get a con save. And if they fail this DC 11 con save, then they take an extra 2d6.
Okay, so he takes 3 points of damage just to start.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? 3 points of damage. And then he has to do a constitution save, and if not, he gets poisoned for how much?
2d6.
2d6.
Oh, he fails! Or does he get a plus on it, though?
No, he didn't. Not on his constitution, so then he takes 10 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. Alright, Spicer number 2 does the same thing. He goes after him as well. And he hits.
Yeah.
And so
Go, my spiders, go!
Yeah.
Feed, children, feed!
Oh, jeez. And we're not hearing him say that shit.
Alright, and he has to do a con save.
Uh-huh. Oh, another 2d6 for you!
Oh, and another 2d6 for him. So it's 1d6 plus 1, and then 2d6 if he fails the con save?
That's right. Pretty good.
Oh, he's
I
dead.
like her.
Oh, he is definitely dead. Okay, cool. So then the next Spicer, that was him. So the next one is this guy.
Well, it has a stipulation. What does it say? If the poison damage reduces the target to 0 hit points, the target is stable but poisoned for 1 hour, even after regaining hit points, and is paralyzed while poisoned in this way.
Oh,
So he's not dead, paralyzed.
Okay. Well, then we'll just put him here, and he'll be... Well, I'm pretty sure that he died with the actual attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we'll just say that your spiders are like rolling him up and like rolling him up.
Yeah.
The thing. So this other Spicer goes after this guard, and it hits. So we'll do the d6.
Killing it.
So that was 6 points of damage, and totally fails his Constitutional save. So gets another 2d6.
Still.
Yeah. Okay, next up is that Spicer.
What do you call them? Spicers?
Well, I mislabeled. I thought I typed spider, but I typed Spicer. So he's going to do the
Spicy
same.
spiders.
There's killers in here too.
He misses. Okay. Then the next up is the next Spicer. He gets to attack. Should I just, from here on out, I'm going to do one attack roll for all of them, and then we'll count who it is and see
Yeah,
about it.
that works. It's getting pretty late.
Oh, he hits. So I'm going to go ahead and roll all 3 just in case.
Nice.
Yep, so he's got 12 points of damage. And this is only the first room. All right. Next up, the last Spicer, and he's going to take an attack roll. We'll just do the same thing. Let me take it off with this guy, though. All right, next up is Lachlan.
All right.
So the wizard came out of this room right here, right?
Correct.
All right. So kind of as I'm pulling him into me, I kind of leap, so like the momentum like kind of pulls me up,
Yeah.
and I telepathically tell Lachlan and Loyal, "Follow me."
Let the spiders handle the guards, and I leap over the bar
Okay.
and go charging into this room.
Would you take an attack roll? So just to, you pull him into the bar, let that be your attack roll. You might actually just kill him if you succeed. Either way, you'll get to do what you're doing. It's just whether or not you'll kill him on the bar on your way or not.
Oh, gotcha. I forgot I hadn't already killed him.
Well, he's only got 2 hit points, I'll tell you that.
16.
You definitely hit. And I'm gonna go ahead and say you do. You pull him into the bar and crack his skull, and he is now dead. And you jump into that room, and when you get into the room, you see, you see that girl. She runs under a desk here. These two, she runs under a desk, and she runs under the bar. So they're all like hidden, okay? And you run in there, and you see a slaver coming. The slaver's coming out of this big barrel right here. Like the front of the barrel is a front, and he's just coming out of it, and he sees you. And he takes his crossbow, which he's carrying, and he's going to attack at you.
Okay.
In his turn.
So do I roll a new initiative with him since he's a new addition?
No, we're just going to include it all in the
Cool.
But he's got a lower roll than you.
Okay.
Okay, so Loyal, it's your turn.
All right, and thank you for saying that, Lachlan. That mental command of follow me, because I was literally just gonna jump up on this bar and huddle against this wall. Because I don't know if you were. I think
the
you
spiders.
out. I'm terrified of spiders, and so I'm gonna be rolling disadvantage when I'm in the room with spiders, on my attack rolls. So, cool. So if that's the case, let's see.
Loyal screams.
I imagine him being like Indiana Jones. I hate snakes. Yeah. Why did it have to be spiders? I hate spiders.
So yeah, I actually can get in here as well, and then so I will attack this guy in front of me. That's a 26 to hit with 11 points in damage. I will Divine Smite him as well with my final spell slot here, which is another 2d6, or 2d8, I mean, for another 11. So that's 22 points of damage.
Oh, 22 points of damage on that slaver. Good job.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, that's not right. There you go. That's better. Good job, good job. So what do you, like, he's crawling out of the barrel with his crossbow aimed at Lachlan. You run into the door. You see him in this barrel about, 3 feet by, 4 feet across, let's say. It's a big barrel, and he pushed the lid down, and he's crawling out of it. How do you want to handle that? Like, describe the attack for me.
Yeah, I guess I kind of just come around the corner and I see him crawling out, and you just can't help but swing down at someone laying prone coming out of the barrel. So
the way I'm gonna play this is I'm gonna say he was sticking his crossbow out, and you just sliced the crossbow in his hands, and you managed to lop off one of his hands. So his other hand is holding the crossbow, and his other hand that's still holding onto the crossbow handle. Does that make sense?
yeah.
And he's like, ah! So next is the guard. They're going to be busy attacking spiders now, it looks like. And not doing too well at it. They have, by the way, dropped their crossbows and are, literally just trying to attack with their short swords. So he does hit. Do it. Do it, guard. He only does 8 points of damage. I don't know why I rolled 2. Okay, next up is Carl. Carl is now freaking out because there are spiders also. And so Carl starts to run across the bottom of the room. He wants to get as far away. Oh, there's a door right here. He runs to the door and runs out the door.
Oh, look, a door.
All right, I didn't notice that there was a door there. Gong is dead. Where is Gong? Okay, he's dead. Now up is Sundu.
Alright, I'm gonna leave these spiders to it. And I'm just gonna go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I'm just gonna take a dash action, so I got plenty of movement to get over here.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Kind of what's up, guys? What's in this room?
Welcome, it's a lopped off hand.
I want to be next in the barrel.
This poor guard. Oh, this poor guard's dead. That's why he's down there. Let's take him off of that.
So we're gonna have to jump in these things and go down a river at some point.
I think the passage. Look at it, man. Look how that barrel goes.
Oh no, for sure. That was a Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit reference.
That's
there.
Right.
Actually.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is the slaver's turn. I'm just gonna not roll through all the spiders and everything like that. And the slaver is going to do his best to fire his bow. I'll say at a disadvantage, and I don't need to because it's at a 4. His crossbow.
Wait, can he even reload it with? Oh well, yeah. I guess you can still take. Can he reload it?
No, he hadn't fired it. Oh wait, he had.
I thought he fired it.
Okay, yeah. So he just scoots his ass back in there. Let's just do it that way. All right. So, okay, it's your guys. You see a girl underneath the table in the far corner there.
Whose turn is it? Oh, is it just starting a new initiative?
Yeah, we can do it that way.
Alright, so I'm going to say to everybody, the question here is, do we continue through this passage, or do we block it off and save these girls?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box, Lachlan?
I don't know, but a wizard came out and attacked me, and that slaver that Loyal just gave a helping hand to attacked as well. So I think we have a pretty large area to go.
I mean, I say we continue into this obvious den of denizens and clear them out. I mean...
All right, let's do it.
What about the girls out front? Do you want to leave them out there?
No, we should get them in a protected place.
This room looks pretty safe.
Right. And so I just kind of like put my head back out here, and I'm like, young ladies, can you find a place to hide? Can you lock this? Is this a door here where we're kind of standing in a door? Can they lock this door behind them until we come back out of here?
Yeah. They like, what are you doing? She says, what are you doing?
Well, we're here to make sure you don't have to sell yourself anymore for a living.
And the
if
other
you're
one
worried
pops out
about
from
money. Then
the other one.
I will provide enough money for you to have a wealthy life.
The other one pops out. She's like, "You're here to save us?"
Yes.
And she looks at across the bar, who's the girl that's hiding. So the girl under the desk here looks at the girl hiding under the bar here, and she says, "Lee, like this could be it. This could be what we wanted." And she's like, "Okay." And so they run in, and they're hiding in here with the other one.
And I say to her, "How many more of you are there in here?"
She's like, "There are a lot."
I just sigh, and like, I just get myself ready. Like, all right, when we are clearing rooms. I say, girls, keep yourselves safe here. We'll be back.
Okay.
And then
with the barrels.
before we go, I'm sorry. Wait, what'd you say?
I think we should barricade that door with some of the barrels if we can.
Oh, actually, you know what I'll do? I can. Well, we could just do the barrels. I could cast web on the door.
Now, how long did that last?
I don't know. I've never cast web. Let's see. Web duration is up to 1 hour.
That's
It
good.
could be handy.
Yeah.
Or you could save
Alright,
your
the web-
slot.
Yes, I'd save the slot.
Save the slot.
Alright.
Yeah.
Because we're about to go deeper in this without resting, and I've pretty much burned everything I have. So,
I'm burning up slots too.
I've done all right so far with my slots, but I'll hold. What I will do is cast a minor illusion of myself and make him crawl through the barrel to see what happens at the other side.
Okay, well, let me just tell you what happens when the two girls run by. The last one runs by, and a crossbow bolt comes out of the barrel, and kills her and kind of nails her up against the wall here.
No,
Alright, well, that's
even. Like,
I scream no, and is she like? I guess I'm gonna run to her first and drag her out of the way and check to see if she has any vital signs. Will a healing potion help her?
You know what?
technically, it should.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that because I don't want to see any of these girls die.
All right, she gets a healing potion.
Okay, and
And this might cause me to multi-class as a barbarian as I see that.
Yeah.
Multi-class,
okay, so when you do that, you run over there and you have there's an opportunity attack on you because you bend down over your back is totally to the or side at least is to the barrel, and so you get a crossbow bolt in your side, and I gave them an attack on you.
And you get a crossbow bolt.
And you get a crossbow bolt.
Everybody.
But you do manage to save the young lady.
All right.
So good on you. And she gets over there behind the barrels with her pals. Okay.
All right. So, I guess do we need to roll initiative, or how do we handle this? Can I make a move, or do we have to?
Yeah. Why don't you guys both, or all three of you, please roll initiative again? Okay.
So I got 11.
I got an 11 as well.
Actually, I think I got a 10. I might only have +2.
16 from wow. It's
Yeah,
already
yours was added in there already. Is that because you have an account or whatever?
Well, it's because you have to click if you have a D&D Sundew for when you get back on and you have access to
Yeah,
D&D
I
Beyond.
know. Once it'll roll and it'll add it up.
Yeah, so you just click on your icon first and then roll, and it automatically adds it.
Yeah, I'm still locked out, so. But I'll do that next time for sure.
Tell your brother I'm gonna find him.
I'm gonna fly out to Phoenix for that.
Okay, let me do the.
Are we gonna get into another combat here? It's 11 o'clock. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
y'all are.
Yeah.
What is your answers? Tell me. You guys want to continue?
What I'd like to do is the moves that I'd like to make before we end is I want to throw a chromatic orb down there, an electricity one, and then I want to ask Sundew and Loyal to like basically guard the barrel for anyone coming out, and I'm gonna ask the girls because of my high intelligence, I think I'd be able to remember all this. I'm gonna ask them to explain the entire pathway as much as they possibly can to me, like every twist and turn. What do they know? Where should I go? Where are the girls?
Traps.
Yeah, what traps might there be? Like, give me the lowdown on everything they know.
Well, you look down the barrel and you see. Can you see that now? You see, like,
Yeah.
there's another chamber with boxes and stuff. Okay, so they say that the room behind here is storage. The ships come through. There's a hidden grotto where the ships come in, and this is where the secret the secret gambling and betting and like the real part of the inn is, right? Out front is just like the nice place. In the back is where all the
nice place.
Yeah, basically you get the fact that if they really behave well, they get to come out to the front.
Oh, jeez.
And that in the back here, in this next room, if you go to the left, there's the ships and the grottos. If you go straight, you go into the gambling room, where the other bar is, and where the captain keeps his office and everything. And that if you take a right, it leads to the room where all the girls are at.
Okay.
And she's like,
so you're going to have to re-explain that to me when we start our next mission here.
She says there are girls in the back room, and then there are girls, whoever's not working are in the pens to the right.
The fucking pens. Oh, God.
Yeah.
And she says that, and the captain keeps a secret treasure, but you have to go through you have to go underwater through an underwater cave to get to his treasure.
All right. That will be coming soon.